Good evening, Divine Feminine. Welcome into this reading, guys. This reading will be with you from the 28th of November until the next 7 days. This is a general reading for you. Take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest of the story, as I always say. Okay. Now, take into account your energies. Everything is not for everybody. So whatever is for you, it would be your story. Okay. So here we go, guys. Let's call upon our spirit guide, angel ancestors, and my divine source into this reading for you, divine feminine. Okay. You got heart chakra, helpless and hopeless. So somewhere, it's like you're feeling tied down in yourself, right? You're thinking that nothing is going to really move, that kind of an energy. You kind of it's like you want something new. Um, you're hoping for some good news, right? Observe, helpless and hopeless, but you have been waiting for a long time. That's what I'm getting. You're waiting for a long time, hoping that things will improve, believe and succeed, right? And you're trying to, it's like, you're trying to affirm within yourself that things will be okay, dreams coming true. But there is a sense that you're kind of lost. You're waiting for the dawn of a new day to really understand which side of the road you want to go, because you have two kind of openings right here, and you're in the middle of the two openings, right, looking at the sunshine. So you're trying to keep your faith alive, right? You're trying to keep your hopes alive. But there is a sense of feeling a little bit lost within yourself. That's what the energy I'm getting for you, divine feminine, because you are kind of, it's that feeling. There are 4 cards, guys, but I'm going to take, because these messages are out together. So maybe there is some kind of message in here with regards to the story, and we'll see here. Okay, let's look for another pair here. I think my spirit wants to give me a pair over here as messages for you, and we'll take it. So you are not moving right now, but you want to. You have been stuck in a situation for a long time. Okay, I just got one. Is there anything else you want to tell me with this? It's that, yeah, there is one more message. Okay, so you are trying to, you're thinking in yourself, basically, right? Seeking the truth. Yeah, that is what you are doing. You're trying to open up to your intuition here. Right, you're trying to open up to understanding. It's card number 7. It's a challenge because it could be a shadow energy, or you're playing with, you're in between 2 minds. One mind which probably is telling you a different story, and the other part is giving you a different story. So you're trying to understand what it is that you need to do. I mean, there is some kind of truth you are trying to come to terms with, is what I'm getting, because if you see these 2 cards, observe and moving on, right? You have been in this position for a long time. You have been looking at different situations. You have been going through some kind of emotional apathy in yourself. A lot of people could be telling you a lot of things when you have been silent. about the whole situation, but now it's like you're deciding enough is enough. You need to move on and move away, and take some action on yourself. You cannot be sitting in that situation anymore where you are at a loss to understand what you want to do now. There could be a lot of um, hush hush conversations between you and other people, right? Somebody could be, you could have friends telling you this, that, you could be overhearing gossips, whatever that story, but you have been silently um, going through that situation where you feel now it's the time to clear your karma and move on with your life, right? Move on with your life is what I'm getting. And then you have listen and nurture, card number 2 and 3. But at the same time, Spirit is telling you guys that there is still some things that you don't know. Like you want to move on, it's good. There's no problem with that. But you still need to listen to something within yourself before you actually take the decision to do something like that, because there is some kind of expansion, right? There is some kind of because only when you listen you will realize, you will be able to bring back some kind of reward, some kind of abundance in your own life, divine feminine. But you have to pay close attention to different things, different situations, hear your intuition well, rework on that story, because as you do that, even spiritually, even spiritually, you will be able to grow, right? You will be able to grow where master and balance, right? Card number 15 is talking about the devil, where you have kept your heart completely under lock and key. It's in a cage from where there needs to be a balance in your situation, some kind of a compromise, some kind of a situation that you have to work with your two energies, your masculine and your feminine side, right? Because somewhere this could be also your shadow side with the devil, where you are scared to bring back a balance between the two of you, or you're scared to kind of adjust within your own self, right? Where your masculine side could be sometimes more prominent than your feminine side. For some of you, the feminine side could be more prominent than your masculine side because you have kept your heart closed, right? So there is a story of balance that requires to happen, right? Where you have been sitting and waiting for some kind of information, news, whatever that story that you're not getting, and that is kind of where you have been stuck in some kind of emotional apathy, right? Because you're not getting the information, you're not knowing the truth. So, yeah, so possibly it's time to move away from that energy and take a different route for yourself. But if you're taking a different route and you want to expand your situation, you want to bring back more fertility in your life, you want to grow as a person, even by yourself, you have to listen to your heart that you have kept locked up inside your cage. You haven't opened your heart, right? Your heart is very much under a lock and key, which is your shadow side, where you're afraid. You're afraid of this story, that you're possibly, like I said, you're playing with both your energies of the masculine and the feminine, but because of your heart locked up inside the cage, you will have to really understand the whole situation for yourself from a different perspective, is what I'm getting. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Okay, so there is a disbalance as far as your heart situation is concerned, which is where you want to really take a different route. You don't want to sit in that energy. You want to grow. You want to nurture yourself. And in order to nurture and grow, you have to listen to your inner voice. Very important, right? You have to communicate with yourself because there is a definite disbalance in your heart situation as I'm looking here, because that's where you're trying to seek the truth, which will help you to heal. Yeah. And release the old situation here. So that's where you have to know, or you have to come to terms with some kind of truth in your own self, in your own understanding, right? From that situation, if you can seek the truth or understand the truth from a different perspective, you will possibly be able to heal your heart and release and change yourself, divine feminine. Because what I'm getting, guys, is that you have to now really look into your growth very seriously. That's more important for the story in here. You definitely have to give more importance to your own feelings and to your own fertility, to your own abundance. Okay, please talk to me about the observe and moving on. You definitely have to give more importance 100% to your own self situation, divine feminine. You can be dependent on this person or even on the story anymore. You have to grow, you have to be that human being that you were meant to be with this journey that you have been involved in. This journey is all about growth for yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. Right? Don't keep your heart closed, guys. Even if it is very, very difficult to release that problem, listen and nurture. Let's see. It is difficult to release that situation from your heart, and accept back a new fertility or a new growth, because you have been hurt with your emotions. And emotion is something that is not very easy to heal. It takes a long time. Heart is a very delicate organ as far as emotions is concerned. So, yeah. But then, again, this journey is meant to be for growth, for individual growth. Right? Where one is not dependent on the other to give you everything. Like I told you, I explained before as well. So you have to watch that. And you have to understand the whole story now from a different perspective, guys. If you're sitting in that energy, it'll be difficult for you to grow, even as just by yourself. Please talk to me about the devil and balance. Yeah, you have to. Yes, you have got hurt, guys, and I'm never saying no to that, but somewhere it is time. It is a time to move above and beyond that story. And this journey, as I explained in my earlier reading, it is all about fertility, growth, everything, right? The bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So, yeah. Hierophant, the Emperor, Seven of Cups. So you could be taking control and power of your own understanding here, of your own spiritual guidance. We all have the masculine and the feminine energy, as I told you before. So you could very well be in your masculine energy, right? You want to be strong, you want to be stable, right? And you don't want to indulge in that illusion and that wishful thinking anymore with the Seven of Cups, right? You want a more stable and firm um, structure in your own life, right? You want some kind of an order, because there is a lot of spiritual insight into the whole story of this twin flame that you are getting to understand or will be understanding, where you know that you require a lot of self discipline and a lot of self control as well, divine feminine. So you could very well have to use your both energies in here in order to balance back your understanding, your spiritual insight into the whole story with that wisdom, right? With wisdom that will come to you, that will come to you. And yeah, like I said, it is all about understanding the things from a different perspective, where you, like I said, it's not the run of the mill story for anybody. By now you'll know it. Okay, so it is a difficult journey, and difficult, not just difficult, it's an extremely hard, tough, difficult, and a tumultuous journey, chaotic, right? Where it is time for you, your spiritual insight will gain more knowledge about the whole situation, because you will understand that it's not a blame game. Like you have been blaming somebody, somebody has been blaming you, and back and forth, and this and that. No, it's not one of those, right? It's time to get away from that kind of a situation and release all that you have had within yourself. Release that fear, release that perplexity, release the bad emotions, right? Release that fear, release the disappointment, everything that you have collected over the years in this journey in order to grow, in order to be nurtured, in order to grow, in order to enhance your own potential in life. You have to listen to yourself. That's what I told you, right? So with observe and moving on, you get the death card, the 10 of wand, and then you get temperance. So obviously spirit is saying it's time for you to move out of that situation and free yourself from all that difficult emotions that you have preserved in your own self, divine feminine. It's time to release that and bring back a lot of balance in your own life. It's important. There is a transition in the pipeline, right? With the death card, you want to change, or the change is in the way. Some kind of liberation that's happening of the bad emotional energies that you want to release, let it go, forget it. It's never happened, right? It's never happened. With the 10 of wand, that somewhere you have been under a lot of pressure, lot of burden, lot of responsibility, right? You want to change that situation. You don't want to carry this emotional burden in yourself anymore. You don't. You don't want to carry that emotional burden. You don't want to work that hard anymore to make anybody happy, right? Except yourself. It's very important to make yourself happy, is what I'm getting out of this situation, right? You don't care what other people think. You might have been before, that if I do this, what other people will think, or if I do that, what others will think. No, 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 no. That's not important. What you think is important. How you work with your energy, what you want in your life, how much burden you want to carry is completely up to your choice and option. If people want to give you the responsibility and you take it, it's not people's fault, it's your fault because you're accepting the burden, right? So it is up to you to change that whole system and tell others that I'm no. Everybody's duty, you have to delegate. If people come to you with this responsibility, that responsibility, no. Say no. Everybody does their own part of the job, and you're not going to carry anybody's burden on your shoulder anymore because you want to relieve yourself. You want to liberate yourself from all the hard work that you have been doing for a very long time, which could have been the cause of your emotional disturbance, right? Where now you have to compromise with a lot of situation and tell people what they need to do in their life. You're not going to carry their burdens. That burden could be from your workplace colleague, your family, your friends, anybody. Anybody. You want to release yourself, right? You don't care what other people think about that situation. You will delegate all the task, all the responsibility that others need to perform for their own good. You are not going to do that for anybody anymore, right? So within yourself, you need that purpose, you need that meaning of your life, that why are you alive in this world? What is the ultimate purpose in your life? What is the ultimate goal of survival in your life? Is a lot of self-control that you need to project in yourself. Lot of balance, lot of moderation, lot of patience that could have been lost because you were being very emotionally disturbed around this portion where a lot of people could have been piling you with a lot of other responsibilities where you have been taking those on and not releasing them, right? Now you want to release it. You want to let it go. You're not carrying other people's burdens on your shoulder. And even if it is the burden that divine masculine has been trying to give you, right? You're not going to. Some of you could be moving homes to bring back that peace and calm and that serenity in your own self, right? From a very difficult situation. Some of you need to delegate your work load in order to get more help from people as you move. Even some of you are moving homes. You probably need the help of a lot of people to help you in order to find your own balance and do the job in the most perfect way. Right? So, this liberation, you're working to liberate yourself and bring back control and balance in your own life. Please talk to me about the death card. So for some of you, it's very important at this point in time to even do some kind of meditative work if you can. That's going to calm your nervous system, bring down your blood pressure, put yourself in some kind of a situation that you can adapt and blend. Some of you could be moving home. So it's difficult for you to blend and adapt to a new circumstance, to a new situation. So that takes a lot of emotional control and self-discipline and balance and patience, right? So whatever that situation is, with this liberation, you have to strategize with the King of Swords. You have to work very, very well with your logical intelligence. You have to be very alert. You have to be rational. If you need the help of a lawyer for anything that will help you, please do go ahead and take help of a judge, lawyer, a tax expert, consultant, anybody who can give you the right piece of advice at this point in time, right? But try to be, you know, take control of your authority and power. Use your logical sense very well around this portion in time, because you could be going towards some new creative beginning. So you have to be very, very intelligent in order to do that. You have to be, right? Please talk to me about the Ten of Wands. So you have to practically pay close attention to details in your life. Yeah, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So it's important for you to strategize well, to cut off people in your life who can disturb you emotionally. As simple as that. Who can disturb you emotionally. Pay attention to detail, because you could be coming to a point of becoming very independent and very organized in yourself. But be very intelligent, be very alert. Some of you could be even a professional in some kind of a situation that requires your intelligence to be applied in everyday work. Right? But at the same time, anybody who is not the right person, who is interfering with your happiness, you're going to cut them off the Ten of Cups. Because that's going to disturb your mental peace. It's going to disturb your emotional balance as well. Please talk to me about the Temperance, because you want to move away from all those people who do not make you happy anymore. Simple as that, right? You want to feel happy. You want to be, you want to make use of your own emotions in the right way to grow, right? To grow, to bring back some kind of fertility in your own life. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, right? You want to reboot, restart a very nice new cycle in your life. And you do have that will and determination, right? With the Six of Cups, you probably want the soulmate energy, right? For some I'm getting, even though you have that soulmate energy here, yeah, the Queen of Cups, right? Yeah, you definitely want a new start in the situation, but you want that start to come to you in a very balanced form, right? In a very, very disciplined, controlled, harmonious, and balanced form. You're ready to compromise, maybe. Some of you, I'm even getting that. You will compromise, Divine Feminine, because you also want a new cycle. Where you have been hanging and not taking any action, which will automatically also help you to move on with your life as soon as you can compromise and let go of the old bad energy too. You want to expand as well. So you are ready to compromise and start a new cycle in your life, which is your past life connection here, which is your nostalgic reunion. You want to have that reunion. You want to bring back that harmony. You want to bring back that kindness with the Queen of Cups. And you're waiting for that, right? You're planning about it, a visionary. But you're also learning about your own self-improvement from this situation of your twin flame, which is where you don't want to repeat that mistake again. That's where you want to reboot and restart a new cycle, because somewhere, guys, you're realizing too that even you have made a lot of mistake, right? We can blame it on the divine masculine. Yes, for sure, 100%. Why not? He has committed faults. He has made mistake, but You have also made your mistakes. You have poured out too much of love into that story without thinking about your own self. You have given your heart, your soul, your kindness, everything, your compassionate self, everything you have given to this relationship that you definitely have a lot of love for or had a lot of love for, right? So you have been the giver. Excuse me. You have been the giver and not the taker. Divine Feminine. This is where you want now that if this relationship is to restart, it has to be a very balanced give and take situation, or else you're not interested in this situation here, is what I'm getting, guys. Okay, but we'll see. Yeah, the Eight of Wand. Yeah, you will be like, or else you will move away from that situation, or else you will not be there. If you find that the situation is not balanced, you will just move away because now you have learned your lesson. You don't want to repeat that same mistake that you have done previously, where you have given everything and left nothing for yourself. You forgot about yourself, right? This is where you have to listen to yourself and understand yourself better. Divine Feminine, please talk to me about the observe, because this is where you are coming to terms with your own sense. Yes, kite in the reverse, right? Where you could not cut off that situation. You could not sever yourself from that situation, and you kept yourself immersed in that situation, and you could not, even though the tower, like, you could not change that situation, you could not get out of that situation because you were all involved and immersed in that connection of your past life, where you have given everything from your heart, which is where you don't want to repeat that same mistake again. Right? Please talk to me about moving on. You haven't been able to move on, right? You haven't been able to, yeah, see shit. This is where Spirit is saying move on. Move on with your life, expand your potentials, get out of that situation, improve upon the quality of your life, bring back balance and harmony, even in yourself first. Because that's when the balance and harmony will return in this journey. But you have to first rework on your own fundamental core issue of balance in yourself. So you definitely have, yeah, see heart. Yeah. You have to open up and move out of that situation where you have been through a lot of pain in your life that is still very much lingering, and you could not let it go. You could not let it go, guys. So it's time. It is about time, right? Where you have to listen to your own self in order to understand, grow, expand, figure out the right possible way to move forward, right? With this, you get the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacle, and the Queen of Pentacle. Right? So, what they are telling you guys is that you need to use your social skills again for your own strength and emotional balance. You have to be diplomatic here, Divine Feminine. Right? You have to be diplomatic here. You cannot goof up the situation, because if you do goof up, it's you who is going to get hurt again. So you have to be very diplomatic when you are hearing about this karmic situation, or when you are, having to deal with something that concerns the karmic situation here. So you have to be a little bit more patient in yourself. and put in that effort. Don't give up because the karmic is here. Don't give up on that situation. Oh, you know what? Just because the karmic is here, I'm going to give up that situation and I'm going to take off. So, what they're saying, you have to be emotionally smart, and diplomacy is very important because you have to be patient, as you make your progress. You have to put in a lot of effort. Do not give up just because she is still present in here, because they are telling you that she is still here. But if you give up and change yourself, then you won't be able to expand your own situation as well in this journey. So you have to be clever. That's what they're telling you. And as you listen to yourself, that's how you grow by yourself too, because you become more abundant. Right? You become more abundant with your patience because you know that you have come a long way with regards to this situation, and that just because of this karmic situation, you just cannot give up and run away. So you would be the coward here. That's what they're telling, and that's what I'm getting here, that you would be the coward. So it's very important for you to face that karmic situation, but face that situation with a lot of diplomacy, right? That will bring back your fertility in your own self and will help you to grow within your own situation, because you will accomplish a lot more, right? Please talk to me about the King of Cups. That's where your emotional balance will be very important for you, because you know that you have given a lot as the Queen of Cups. You have given a lot to this relationship for which you wanted to move away because you're tired and you want to bring back harmony, but this time around you want situation to be balanced, right? But at the same time, you do have the presence of that karmic situation still on in here, guys, right? So you have to be very diplomatic and don't give up just because she is still present in here, right? So this is where the Five of Swords is showing up in here. That you have to learn to be diplomatic with regards to any kind of argument that you might have with the situation of the karmic in here. Because again, the devil. So there could be a lot of restrictions still around you as far as that karmic situation is concerned. So you need to listen to yourself in order to grow by yourself, and don't give up on your own growth just because of this situation, and don't give up on you have come a long way. You know that this diplomacy will have to be played in order to take control of any argument or any tension that might arise between you and the divine masculine because of that karmic situation. So you have to be very, very smart, emotionally intelligent to deal with that situation, because again, there could be self imposed restrictions, there could be bondage that is still very much intact in this journey, right? So you have to watch for that energy. Please talk to me about the Knight of Pentacles, because again, you have made steady progress, right, from that situation. So you have to play it smart in order to deal with that. Yeah, the star. Yeah, in order to deal, because you still have your hope, faith, and purpose, that you don't give up. Don't give up on that, right? Yeah. Take control of your authority with the Emperor. And don't give up, because there will be positive changes in this situation. So if you leave this situation and run away, then you won't see through the positive changes. But emotionally, Deal with your mental energy in such a way, be very use your diplomacy, right? And don't give up. Everything will calm down after a while. But till then, you have to keep working towards your own aspirations. That aspiration that you have in your life to bring in a lot of positive change and heal yourself. Don't give up on that. You have come a long way. So take control. Take control of your situation. Be that leader, be that stable leader who can manage to control their own emotions within their own self and never give up and never run away just because of this situation. The Queen of Pentacles. Please talk to me about the Queen of Pentacles here. Right? So you have to be you also have to be very practical, because this karmic could be a very practical practical individual here. Works with a lot of practicality maybe. But, the truth will be out of what she is. Excuse me. So don't give up on this situation, guys. Keep working on this situation because new ideas will crop up. Right? You will find a lot of, see the Empress, that's you. Yeah. You will find a lot of victory, mental clarity, lot of strength to deal with a lot of adversary like the karmic situation. You will find that strength in yourself, in your logical self, because you are all about the truth. Right? So nobody can take away that from you. Nobody. But you have to be very positive. Very positive. Believe that bright things, bright prospects are in store for you, right? So listen to yourself. Pay attention, pay close attention to yourself. You'll get that clarity. And you'll get a lot of strength to deal with such adversaries like the karmic situation. So don't worry about that. Please talk to me about this. Listen here. Yeah, the tree and anchor, right? So there has been a lot of learning lesson. Time has gone by, a lot of learning lesson. And now it's time to ground yourself. It's time to ground yourself. Listen to yourself. Understand, because you will listen. As you listen, you will hear your own voice. That will also tell you about the time gone, the lessons learned, how you have grown in order to become more solid, in order to build a stable foundation in your own life. Be the anchor where others can actually depend on you, for their own support system. You could be becoming that kind of a stable individual who is very solid, right? Who is the anchor, who can guide people, who can take on that leadership quality because they are so stable that people can actually depend on them for their advices. The Sun, yeah. Liberation, right? Liberate yourself from all that learning lesson and try to gain wisdom and experience in order to be more matured and fertile in your own understanding towards your own joy, happiness, love, vitality, anything that brings in back a lot of stability and mental clarity to face any kind of adverse situations in your life. Please talk to me about the nurture here. The fish, yeah. Where at times you could be feeling like as though, it's like, again, card number 7, it could be a lot of confusion here, right? At times you don't know which side is better. What should you do? How would you go around? Right? Sometimes you're going this way, sometimes you're going the opposite way, because you're kind of, this is like a Pisces energy, right? Where at times you could be very moody, emotionally disturbed. Sometimes you could feel really good, sometimes you will be like, that kind of an energy, right? So you need to come out of that, liberate yourself, guys, because there is a lot of fertility that is waiting to happen, and bring back your resources. Fish talks about resources too, money. So you have to be solid in yourself, to be the anchor, to ground yourself, to build that stable foundation in your life. It's very important. And to grow and multiply your resources in life as well, right? From mice, where you have been feeling out of shape. There has been a lot of illness, right? A lot of bad things that was happening. You were not feeling good. Again, card number 5, you have been, it's a learning lesson where you have not been able to work with your energy, and you have been miserable. But this is a learning lesson where they are saying that things will return back to normal the moment you can liberate yourself from that learning lesson and learn to experience the value of those lessons that you have learned in order to grow. Right? In order to grow by yourself. The next is Master and the Balance. Like we said, with this we get the Magician, the 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, and then the Page of Pentacles. So they are saying there is a change coming that will help you to move forward. You will receive some good news after a lot of upheaval, but you have to start working on this story, because there is a kind of change that is in your way that will collapse the whole thing and allow you to move forward. But you have to get ready for it, right? You have to do the groundwork. You have to pay attention to details. And that is, as a magician, you are manifesting this story in yourself. So please talk to me about the Magician, where there is a lot of action, manifestation. You have a lot of tools, right? Some of you could be dexterous, working with 2 hands at the same time, but you are about to begin something very significant from this 5 of Wands, a learning lesson of all the drama, unhealthy competition, conflict, bickering, difference of opinion, difference of priorities, right? Where this Knight of Wands in the reverse, where you have been, there has been a division, a group here, a group that has been a group conflict for some of you, right? Where you have been pulled in one group and the other group is fighting over with you. So you have learned that you have to manifest better things in your life and not this kind of drama. You could be having group conflicts because of personality clashes, where a lot of things have been delayed or cancelled because you were not able to work in a team for some of you. So now you have to learn to rework by yourself, right? You have to leave those kind of people behind and concentrate on working by yourself, doing better things by yourself, because you could do better by working just by yourself. That could be your energy, that you are a one-man army for some of you. Right? And this could be because you have kept your heart closed. So that is where the group conflict could be happening, because you are not opening your heart to accept the difference of opinion or priorities or the difference of personalities, you are not being able to balance that, right? So it's better to work by yourself. Please talk to me about the Eight of Pentacles. But it's essential to master that craft, whatever you're doing. So pay attention to your own work, right? In order to move forward, expand yourself. Some of you could be chasing some adventure in your life, could be waiting for some messages, that will turn your emotions in a different way. Where you might suddenly receive some kind of news about a travel, about something creative, something where there is a lot of risk involved, but you're willing to take that risk because you want that adventure. For some, for why not? Right? But there will be an unexpected crisis that will happen as you move, as you want. Anything can happen. Let's see. Please talk to me about the Tower. There is a shift, epiphany. Yeah, the Four of Wands. There could be an unexpected crisis at home for some of you. Right? That will allow you to get away from that situation and begin a new journey in life. So you're waiting for some kind of news that will allow you either to change a location, change a home, buy a home, something where there is a shift in the way, some kind of new establishment, something, some new location, or a commitment, or a marriage for some of you. Or for some, building up a strong community, a strong foundation, right? Which is, again, it's exciting because it's a new beginning of something in your life, more so I'm getting. So some of you could be changing homes, changing locations, right? Going to a different place to attend some kind of celebration, maybe. Or building a new community of people, anything that allows you some kind of adventure, a new beginning to some kind of travel, discovery, some chasing adventure, something, where you will meet people of your own kind, where you haven't been able to really gel with somebody in your life or some people in your life, where you're leaving that behind in order to bring back a new community for some of you that excites you, that allows you to move forward into a new direction of your life, right? Please talk to me about the Page of Pentacles. Something, right? Something that will allow you, you could get a raise in your life. Some of you could find a new job, more money, something that will bring back, that will allow you to make the sudden change, travel, anything, right? Action, anything, Chariot, that will allow you to take on the driver's seat in your life once again in order for some kind of adventure, travel, activity, something that is exciting in your life, but for which you have to definitely let your heart open. Because if you keep your heart closed, guys, you won't get it. There is a lot of good things that is in the way for you, Divine Feminine. So work with this energy at this point. Please talk to me about the Master here. Coffin. They're asking you to let it go. Let it go. Release yourself. Put it down 6 feet underground. Right? Card number 8. Let the old karma go. The stars, and let your future be let your future unfold in front of you. Please talk to me about the balance in here. Yeah, there is a new future in your way, but you have to allow the future to unfold before you as well, guys. Gentlemen and lady, wow. Yeah, that's where the balance will come back between you and your divine masculine. But again, there is something exciting that is coming up in your life where you guys will face each other. It might take a little time here because you are working through this energy. So by the time you meet, there could be that you guys are traveling um, from one to the other to meet each other. And that can happen unexpectedly. That can happen unexpectedly, right? Where your karma will allow you to bring back that peace and balance that you want in this relationship between the two of you. So everything that you are, yeah, the stars, right? Yeah, providence is working for you guys. So divine timing is at work for this scenario here, and everything will move very quickly. Even before you know what is happening, you will see that your life is taking on a completely different path where your success is assured, divine feminine. So work with this energy, guys, and keep your hopes positive. Don't let negativity seep into you at all, and keep working in the right possible direction to get the right possible result. Enjoy this reading, guys, until we see each other once again. Goodbye. God bless.